Love it. My name is Marc Anthony Romero. Yes, Marc Anthony right there. Bam! I'm in Tampa, Florida. And today, we're going to have the best conversation that I'm going to have in my life. Okay? And today, I'm going to be talking with a baby boomer. And that baby boomer is my little oldest sister, Doris Romero, that she's right there in Puerto Rico. Hey, Doris, how you doing?
Hi, Mark. Hi, everybody.
Hey, welcome back. This is our second part of this conversation with my little older sister, Doris. She's in Puerto Rico, in Carolina, and we were talking about, in our first part, we were talking about our upgrowing back in Brooklyn. About her career as a nurse for 40 years. She's retired now in Puerto Rico, and I'm glad for her. She's married. She got 2 kids. One of her kids is up here in Tampa Bay area, down there in Brampton. And she haven't told that she got a granddaughter? Oh! Look at her picture right there. I'm going to put her picture, a granddaughter. She's beautiful. She just turned 4, right, Doris? Hey,
Yes.
Here's Doris again.
She's a beauty.
I remember.
But I'm going to be a grandmother again.
Oh! Elizabeth, I'm coming, Elizabeth. Wow, yeah, I forgot about that. Wow. Shout out to your little granddaughter, okay? Wow. Who would have thought, huh?
I know.
We were talking about 1213 Murder Avenue, 362 Murder Avenue. We never thought that we were going to come all the way down to 2024. Okay? Mm-hmm. And you're a grandmother. I'm not a grandfather yet. I got 4 kids. I'm not a grandfather. That's another video. And and now you're gonna be a grandmother again. Yes. I hope this is the boy.
Me too. We hoping it's the boy.
I'm betting that's the boy. I don't care. I don't care what your daughter said. I saw that picture from the sonogram, and for me, it's a boy.
Yeah, but he's big head.
I'm gonna tell you something, and this is something that I had learned. I got this in my blood from my grandmother, Doña Luisa Ayala Tanco. That was my grandmother's name. Yeah. She was a comadrona. She was a comadrona back in el pueblo de Loíza, when Loíza used to be called Loíza Aldea. And I read the story. There's a story about her in Loíza that she brought over 500 kids to life as a comadrona. People don't know that about my grandmother, but they looked it up. And
yeah, she was a midwife.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of that when I see her belly. I remember my 4 kids. I knew I did the sonogram. I'm not gonna, because I don't like that. Because that's radiation that they put in your body. So I didn't miss none of them. I knew when it was a boy. When I knew when it was a girl, it was a girl, and it's a girl. And I remember my OG. He used to ask me, the doctor, how the hell you know it's a boy? How the hell you know it's a girl? I say, I'm the father. When you feel something in life, it's not going to change. It's just, it is what it is, you know. It's just like mothers, you know. They feel. I'm a father. I could imagine a mother that have a baby inside, and the feeling, and there's something that people don't realize. And look at that. We in the second part, we gotta subscribe to our channel. I mean, conversation. I'm gonna have this more conversation 2 or 3 times a month with my sister. I could imagine that baby listening to your heartbeat inside for 9 months. All your feeling, if you cry, if you laugh, if you sad, it's just like nature is perfect. And I could imagine motherhood. I mean, for me, that's your best friend. Because we could be bad with our mother, but our mother's gonna be always our mother. She will be there for you, and I've seen that from you and your daughter. You've been there with her for her, and no matter what, you always there, and I admire that from you. And
Thank you.
because I mean, like I said in the first part of this video, or this podcast, sorry, we know what we went through in life after we left 362. That was my last address in New York, 362. After that, I went to PR, and then I went back to the state when I went to the Army. I went to Washington State. From there, then I went back to Puerto Rico. Then I got married, went back to New York, to Knickerbocker Avenue, then to Flushing, Queens, no, Richmond, Queens, and then back to Puerto Rico, and then back to New York, back to Puerto Rico. Now I'm in Tampa. Woohoo! Love it. So
You love Tampa.
oh, I mean,
Yeah, it shows.
it's not a comfort zone.
It's a place where you feel comfortable, where you feel accepted, where you feel,
When I feel
love.
free, when I feel free,
yes,
when I
that's the
feel
word.
that nobody had judged me down here,
No judgment.
and I could do whatever I want, whatever I like, and it's Doris it's just like you. When you come to Tampa, I mean, we go out, we have fun. We had gone to San Agustin.
Yes, we do.
We went to Miami together, San Agustin, Miami. We went to
Orlando.
We went to Winter Heaven to see that play, remember? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little town. Wow, I love it, remember? It was so beautiful,
We went
the
to
theater.
Field,
Yeah, and where else we went? Clearwater.
Strawberry, Clearwaters.
We haven't got to
Maria
St. Pete.
Island.
Anna Maria.
Island.
Oh, remember Anna Maria Island that we went to that restaurant that the water was in our feet? Because the tide was the tide is high, but I'm moving on. I wanna be your number one. Sorry for my singing, but it's just like in life, you gotta associate what you go through with a song, and you say, "Wow, that song was made for me." I remember we went to Anna Maria Island. We went with your husband. I remember that trip. That was my first time in Anna Maria Island. Now I go to Anna Maria Island once a month or twice a month. I got clients, customers that they got beach houses down there. I never thought Anna Maria Island was that, because we went for the first time. When you go to a first time to a place, it's kind of strange, but now you see it like, wow. Now if we go back to Anna Maria Island, I go show you stuff around, because now I know the island. It's like it's like an hour drive from Tampa. We gotta cross that little bridge that you don't like. This bridge.
Yeah.
The Skyway Bridge, beautiful.
Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
The first time we crossed that bridge, I was like, and now I cross it now, and it's beautiful. I'm gonna put a picture up there so you can see it. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You be careful what you wish for when you love a bridge. You never know what could come your way.
Oh yeah.
A moment of surprises. Remember my life. Love it. That's my trademark. Sorry, it's just like Marc Anthony, the one and only. Anything else is imitation. So now you're in you bought a house in Puerto Rico. You settled in Puerto Rico since you left New York, and you have made your life down there in Puerto Rico, right? And
yes.
You got a nice, beautiful home. It's not a house. Anybody could. And I said in my last podcast, anybody could buy a house. Not everybody could build a home. It's two different things. You don't buy a home. You buy a house. The home, you got to build it with that person that you love, with your kids, whatever you want. You got to build a home. You cannot buy a home. There's something I learned by experience, that you cannot buy a home. You buy a house. You got to build your home. And I like it. Even the backgrounds, I remember, you got a nice background back there, all your pictures. Look at that, beautiful. I remember who did that. One of my friends did that for you. One of my best friends did that. She did one for me too. I got a dark background because my background, I mean, I'm in my little shop, and I don't want everything in my background to be shown. So that's why I got a black background. But maybe in the next video, I'm gonna have my favorite background. You're not gonna see it, but in my next video with you, I'm gonna have that background for me. Or my, by the way, talk about background. I know you like flamboyants. I don't know how they call that in English.
Me either.
That's a beautiful tree. It's not native. It's not native from Puerto Rico. I did look it up.
No, I know that.
It's from South America, and I like Quijotes. And I gotta give a shout out to my sister that she had sent me Quijote. I got Quijote painting. I got Quijote figurines. I even booked the Quijote book. Okay, that's not what she just did. You're not gonna see in the video because I'm not gonna put in the video. I'm gonna cut and paste. That's supposed to be here in Tampa. That's supposed to be here in Tampa. Cheers.
They taste bad.
We were talking about that. You say you're based in Puerto Rico. You feel comfortable down there. You got your home down there with your husband and your son. Shout out to my brother-in-law.
He's special.
I think about my brother-in-law, Eliseo, Eli, and I just think about roncaña. That's something. Roncaña and whiskey. Oh, eso roncoño, eso está bueno, eso está bien curado, eso yo no lo había probado así. And don't tell him about my garbanzo. My sister could tell you about cooking, but I could tell you about the best garbanzo in life. I learned that from my mom. The kitchen side, I did learn that from mom because I remember why I learned how to cook. I'm going to tell you a small story. We were living in 362 Wilson Avenue.
Pero tú comes.
I was 8 years old. Mom was making soup. Un sancocho, I don't remember. It was a big pot. And that thing was like forever. I was hungry. I was 8. And Mom, I'm hungry. Y no joda más, muchacho, que deja terminar, que tú fastidias. Entonces she would go to her room. She used to do, remember? She used to sew those clothing. Mom, fool, I'm hungry. When Mom finished cooking, you know what she did?
Wow.
She put that big pot in the table. You're gonna eat it all. I hated soup for more than my life. I started eating soup like
Why?
10 years ago because I hated. Mom made me eat all that soup. And in that thing, I hate soup. I don't want no more soup in my life.
Love food.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I hated soup for more than half of my life. And then she told me, I remember the next day, she told me how to cook. Come here, I'm gonna show you how to cook so like that you'll never be hungry. That's why I could live by myself. Because I know how to cook. She told me how to wash clothes. I even got a sewing machine. Yes, that runs in our family. My grandma used to have a sewing machine. I remember one of those singers. Remember the one that you hit the pedal?
Yes.
If I find one of those, I'm gonna buy it just to have in the corner when I buy my house. I'm serious, because I bet you that would be one of the best thing I will remember my grandmother, and my mom. So that was the reason I hated soup, because I ate so much soup that until whoever knows me knows that when they buy me soup, no, I'm not. I started eating soup then after a while. 10 years, maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 15 years ago.
I love soup.
Now, now I make them, and I love and I like to cook. I love to cook. I think the best garbanzo that you eat in your life is mine.
Mm-hmm.
You go ask your husband.
Wow.
That the best garbanzo that he ever ate in his life are mine. He's not gonna say it because remember he's gonna say no. My wife bought the best one. Okay.
Of course.
That's your opinion. I'm not gonna fight for.
That's what we partners.
Yeah.
That's what partners.
Love is love.
Yeah, love is blind.
No, it's just like that song. What love got to do with? It's just,
Do with it.
yeah.
Tina Turner.
Rest in peace, Tina Turner. Wow. So I don't know what else. I mean, on the second, because I don't want to. I don't want to cover everything now because I want to make this like.
Yes.
Just subscribe to the
Leave
channel so you can see all the stuff that we're gonna be talking about this two generation, two opinion with my sister, a baby boomer. Yeah, she's a baby boomer. No, I'm not gonna say nothing about when she was born and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you something. I remember I used to call you D. I'm not gonna say how we grew up because I was always my thing. Now I use Marc, and people don't realize, and I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna say it again. My name, either if I put it in Spanish or English, if I use my initial, it's gonna spell the same thing. M-A-R-C. Marco Antonio Romero Candelario. M-A-R-C is Marc. In English is Marc Anthony, M-A-R-C. So my name is always gonna be Marc. So my sister used to call her D, Doris. Remember, she's my little older sister. Not little because she's smaller. The thing is, I'm the tallest of the family. I'm 6'5". And I remember in school, I hated that. You know what? In school, I was so in the back because I was too tall. Since I was in fifth grade.
Because if you were on the front.
Yeah, well, I was blind. I had to be next to the blackboard.
Oh, deal with it.
But I remember now that I said blackboard, I remember Miss Rodriguez. She was my 7th grade teacher in PR. I didn't have glasses, so I couldn't see the blackboard. My grade, I was a straight A student all my life. I'm smart. Innato. I was born intelligent. Sorry, if you get mad, sorry, I was born intelligent. I was the last one. Remember, you always leave the best for the last. So I was the last one of 6, so I had all that intelligence in my head. So I couldn't see the blackboard, so I couldn't write nothing. And back in the day, remember they would put the test in the blackboard?
Yes.
And then my grade went down. I remember Ms. Rodriguez came up to me. Her husband was a teacher too. And she asked me, what's wrong? I mean, why you not understanding? And I said, no, man, I cannot see the blackboard. And she said, what? So she got me in a program that they bought me some eyeglasses. I've been using eyeglasses since I was a kid. So I remember her husband and herself, they did something and they bought me glasses. And I got in trouble for it. And this is something that nobody know. Because I went back home, I got in trouble. Oh, what you got those glasses for? Who gave you money and stuff like that? And I had to explain myself about it. They still hit me for it. Because, I mean, the teacher helped me out. And I remember, oh, man, for me, that was like, it's a different world. I could see the blackboard. I mean, my grade went back up. And I got respect. I got respect for 2 professions in life. For 2. Being the first one, the most important thing in my life. Teachers and nurses. Teachers, because all my teachers had done something for me in life that had changed my life. Mrs. Rosa, my 1st grade teacher, I remember when we got split, all you guys went with mom and I stood behind. I don't want to. And I remember I didn't have my clothes were raggedy. I had a blue pant. I'll never forget in 1st grade. It was broken. And Mrs. Rosa, I remember, I could close my eyes. Skinny, black hair, all the way down. Whew, look at that, I get the chill. I fell in love with that teacher, I remember. That was my crunch back in 1st grade. She bought me a school pant. I remember, it was blue. And that day I came into school and she told me, can you do me a favor? Go to the bathroom and change. When everybody went to recreo, that was that 15-minute break that we used to get. And I changed. And she took the other pen and she put it in the garbage. And then she told me, go outside and play so they don't look new. This is the first time I told that. Nobody knew about my new pens for school because they didn't want to buy me no pens for school. So that's another story. Then Miss Rodriguez, her husband, did that for me. And my second hero on nurses, you know why? they save life. And I'm not going to tell you how many times a nurse has saved my life in all kind of given way. I don't want to talk about it, but a lot. I see a nurse and I do this. My respect. When I meet a teacher, my respect. Those are the two best professions in life. Nurses and teacher. Both. For me, those are most essential. And we got friends that are teachers. Our best friend, she's a teacher that she grew up with us in Lago de Blasina. Yes, in Lago de Blasina, I remember. Shout out to her. Okay. Then we had an uncle that he passed away last year, right? I think.
Yeah, he was a teacher too.
He was a teacher. He was how do they call that in vocational teacher, right? Mm-hmm. He was good at it because he used to do iron work. I don't know how to do that, but I was not born to be a obrero. I don't know, a skill man. I was born to be a businessman and a technology kid, you know. And I didn't finish school. I did the GED, then I started college. I was supposed to be an engineer, but that's a different story. So for closing, Doris, I love this. We're gonna have part 3, okay? We're gonna have a last chat on this. We're gonna have a last chat on this one. And give me a second. Bear with me. Something went wrong here. I got both. Give me a second. Okay, it was just a hiccup. We got Doris for a closing argument because I be talking all the time. Damn.
Yes.
Go D. Go D.
You want me to talk?
Oh yeah. Sorry for that. The thing is, I mean, I'm like this. That I think I'm doing the video by myself. I forgot that 2 generations, 2 opinions.
2 opinions. Well, that's good. Well, you said most of the things while we were growing up. I mean, there's much more, but not everything you could say. So I was thinking going to the topic of what you want. Remember? And I had learned it's not what you want, it's what you need. And since I learned that, I mean, life has been easier. So if you don't have something, it's because you don't need it.
Wow.
Okay. And if you want something, you have to work for it. So,
you know,
I'm not a very talkative woman, but the experience I have in life have taught me a lot of things, have made me strong. I believe I'm a strong woman. I've been through, just like you. So we are survivors.
wow.
We survivors.
Listen to this
From our
generation.
We are survivors. We have survived a lot. So food. If your food was fell on the floor, you pick it up, you shake it, and you eat it, cause there wasn't any more. So this generation has gold, has gold in their hands, and they don't know it. So they don't
Wow.
appreciate this life. But it's up to the parents to teach them the basics. So when they go out in the world, they could decide. They have choices. So
Wow.
that's it.
That's those are good closing words for this new generation, especially Generation Z. I mean, that's the generation I would like to target so they could understand. Because, like I said in the beginning of the podcast, in the first part,
Uh-huh.
remember when que no coge consejo no llega viejo.
Oh
So
yes.
you got to listen, and because we had lived more, and
Oh yeah.
we know the outcome
Technology.
of any action out there. You know,
Oh yes.
if you jump out of a 6-story building, what do you expect? You're gonna die, or you're
You,
gonna break your bones and you survive.
you don't survive. I mean, your bones will crack, and when you crack bones,
It breaks and you're gonna bleed inside. Well, you're a nurse,
yes,
you know
it's
about
gonna
that.
stick.
Wow, you're right.
It's gonna punch you. So,
Hey,
so
that's a good advice, Doris D. Because I mean, in my previous podcast, I was saying about that. It's not. Sometimes we want stuff in life, and it's what you
we don't
deserve.
get it.
You don't get it. You could
No, it's what
fight
you
because
deserve and what you need.
it happened to
It's
me.
mostly what you
It happened to me, and I could tell you about it. We already talked about it in my previous podcast, and it's true. Life gives you what you need. Life gave you 2 kids, not 5 or
yes,
6.
that's all I
Give me
needed.
4. Give me 4. I'm happy.
That's all you needed.
Mine had 6. So,
That's all she
and
needed.
she did survive. I mean, and being a single mom up there in Brooklyn in the early 20th century, and you know, in our next conversation of 2 generation, 2 opinion, I want to talk about what we expect, all our experience that we had. Remember, what we went through is have make us stronger the way we are,
Yeah,
and we see life
made it
difference.
very different.
Like you said, we survivors. We're not survivors about tragic things, but we survivors of different time era in our life. Stuff that we went as kids, as teenager, in our 20s that we used. I still use them in my favor, because I mean, I hate when people said that happened to me because also why you could avoid stuff in life. We never been arrested. I've never been locked up in jail, because I know that stuff that's wrong that's gonna put me in jail. Trust me, I know that.
My daughters what's good and what's bad. That's the most important thing. What's good and what's bad.
But you
So
got
we know what's
to put both in a balance to see, because that's the saying that if you make the mistake twice,
well, that's a test in life. If you don't pass the test, they're gonna give it to you again.
I like that. I like that. That's a nice quote for this channel.
Yes.
2 generation, 2 opinion. And remember, this is going to be a part 3 of this. This is not going to finish today. So subscribe to the channel, okay? And hit that like button, share this video, and hit that bell, bing! So like that, you get noticed that our part 3 of this conversation with my little older sister D. We're gonna continue it. Let's have my sister give her final thought about this podcast. I mean, I appreciate for your time
You're welcome.
doing this, and I'm gonna tell you something. Can I say
I
only
know
2
you-
words? Can I just say 2 words?
Yeah.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Look at me.
Love you.
Love it.
Love you.
Love you, sis. See you in the next
Love
one,
you.
okay? Be good. Be happy.
Bye.
And you know what? Cheers for Friday. I'm gonna have a shot tequila tonight on your name, okay? Love you, sis. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Boom.
Okay,
Bye.
that was my sister. People, I'm gonna tell you something. This is the best conversation in my podcast that I have with my sister. I love her, and wow, I went back when we were growing up, and I'm gonna tell you something. Subscribe to the channel. I know I don't got 1 million followers, but sometimes small conversation like this could have a difference in people's life. And I know you're gonna see this and you're gonna go back, and maybe you want to talk to your brother, your sister, or your siblings, or your cousin, or your kids, or your wife. I don't care. Make a difference. I mean, we got the technology now to call on video chat to anyone around the world. There's no limits now. We got internet. You could reach somebody up all the way up there in Russia. I had talked to people in Argentina through video. They don't charge you for that no more. Back in the day, they would charge you, but not no more. So remember, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, share this video, and hit that bell. And for now, remember, my name is Marc Anthony, the one and only, and you know what? Love it. See you.
I love it.